Former President Obama's favorite novelist, Toni Morrison, very famously said to one of the biggest newspapers in London that she wanted to see a white man convicted for raping a black woman, the idea being that there's all this white on black rape and crime and violence happening, but because of white privilege and because of white racism, they're never really catching the white guys committing all this crime against black people. Well, the reason they don't catch them, the reason we don't read about it, the reason we don't see videos about it is because it doesn't happen. But what does happen here, what we document day after day after day, and with videos, is black on white old woman violence. Sometimes not just robbery, sometimes rape, sometimes murder, wildly out of proportion, just like this story.
An 89-year-old woman continuing to fight for her life tonight, attacked and robbed while walking into church. Good evening. It is great to have you with us tonight. I'm Jack Royer. As we begin this evening with CBS 42 News reporter Michael Clark, live outside UAB Hospital right now after speaking with her family. Michael, good evening.
Yeah, this is an awful story. Margaret McCormick is at UAB Hospital behind me dealing with a broken hip, a broken leg, and severe brain bleeding. And tonight her family says that they're just asking for prayers after yesterday's horrific attack with a long road ahead to recovery.
She didn't deserve this. You know, we just want some kind of justice for her.
5 generations of 89-year-old Margaret McCormick's living family members hope there are more days of smiles together ahead.
She's the backbone. She's been strong for any one of us. If we ever had an issue, she's always there.
McCormick's great-grandson, Tyler Mason, says that's why he can't understand what kind of a person would attack her as she walked into a church.
There's no words for someone like that. I've had a lot of people on social media say how they'd love to get their hands on him. But the one person that is praying for him is also fighting for her life in the hospital bed right now.
Sister Margaret was laying here.
Margaret's longtime pastor, Homer Longoria,
I've been over and I prayed for her.
still has a hard time remembering his friends struggling on the ground.
We believe it. You know, I'm a shepherd of this flock and this sheep, you know, and I got one laying there, you know. Hey, you know, and I broke up.
So tonight, when he hits his knees, Longoria knows he'll be praying for Margaret as he works to forgive whoever's responsible.
There has to be another spirit to motivate somebody that has no respect for church, you know, have no respect for God, and have no respect for an elder person.
Family members are offering a reward for information. A Facebook post was shared more than 1,000 times. And tonight, while loved ones remain by Margaret's side, they're comforted by the support from the community.
I would like for her to know how loved she is. You know, I'd like for her to see, you know, all the shares and the comments, the messages on Facebook. It's been incredible.
Now, the Ohatchee police chief said that he was coming to the hospital tonight to check on Margaret and to see if she remembered anything else. Her family members tell me that she seemed to recall a blue vehicle in the area Sunday morning. But if you know anything about what happened, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers in Calhoun County. That number.
You know, a lot of these stories we do here exist on 2 levels. The first kind of macro level is exposing this enormous amount of denial, deceit, and delusion from reporters and public officials who are in denial about this level of black criminality. Instead, they say it's all about white racism. They tell us it's not happening. They tell us white people do it too. They tell us white people deserve it, sometimes all at the same time. But on another level, a micro level, this is something I really wasn't aware of when I first started doing these videos and writing my books. It's really on a micro level about, hey, how you and your brothers and sisters, your mom and your dad, whomever, how you should start thinking about old people in your family, how they are exposed to a level of black crime and violence and danger that lots and lots of people spend a lot of time trying to ignore, deny, condone, excuse, encourage, and even lie about. The people we count on to connect the dots, to issue the alarm. They're like Paul Revere, riding through the countryside going, "Don't worry about a thing. Nothing's happening here." What about the British? "Oh, they're okay. They're not a bother to us. That's the world we're living in. That's the world somebody you know might be living in. They might be in an enormous amount of danger. So you don't have to be Paul Revere. But when it comes to your family and your loved ones, you do have to let people know what's going on, even if that does make a few black kids angry.